All right, what's up, everybody? How you doing out there, America, the world?
Yeah, I think it's pronounced Merca now.
America,
America.
America.
America, you ready to
Give
go,
me my
boy?
guns. Give me my guns. I
Come
want to keep
on,
my
boy.
guns. I want to
Come
keep my
on.
goddamn guns. Hello, Dave. Hey, and just so you guys know out there, we also have people here checking us out on Facebook Live. So we will be talking to them as well. There's correspondence going on everywhere. What's up, David? What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Kim? What's up, Greg? And Ian. Hey, you're here too.
I am here.
see you on the
I just
thing.
created a watch party.
That's
I don't even know
what's
what I don't even know what
up.
the fuck that is.
You know what?
Start a watch party.
We
yay.
we have look at the new studio
setup.
setting. Look at this. All right, props to Comedy Pop Up. Like they look at this. They shelled out and they moved us to a new studio in New York City. I'm just kidding. We still in Los Angeles, but I love the setup. Look at the brick and everything. The curtain lets you know we're official in this biatch.
Yeah,
What's up,
I
Bill?
like it.
Hey,
I
look,
like
Bill
it.
Prate is here.
Hey,
Hey,
what's up, Bill?
Alicia, how you doing? We got a lot to talk about. We're gonna go.
I'm here twice.
I see that.
It's like some sort of
What's that?
Back to the Future.
Back to the-
I've seen myself. I've
That's
come
it.
around.
What's up, Biff? So
Hey, you.
I don't really know how much Ian is into NBA, but I want to say props to Toronto Raptors. This is the first time ever that Canada will be hosting an NBA game. So I mean NBA Finals, I should say. So props to them. I'm not gonna tell you how roof. I don't really. My sports dedication. Luckily, I don't have a team, so I won't be hurt this year.
You don't have a team?
I don't really, nah, man. I had to be a unbiased sports because I used to get angry, bro. Like I'm
Right.
talking about, like I would throw shit.
But who?
you know.
What, you're from Chicago. You lived in Seattle forever. No more Supersonics.
I know that took me a while to get used to too. No, I mean I still follow it, and I still, of course, I'm gonna look at the Bulls, and I'm also a Miami Heat fan as well. But I'm a realistic fan, so like I stopped believing that they were gonna do shit a long time ago. So welcome to the show, you guys. We got a lot to cover. We're gonna talk about a number of things. Some stuff serious, some stuff just frivolous because we got to put in a mix of the frivolous with the real shit. So you.
By the way, I'm not quite caught up yet, but I did watch John Wick 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Yay!
three is to come.
Let me ask you, what'd you think of John Wick 1 and 2?
I liked him. I liked him a lot.
I
It was
told you,
good.
you're a fighter.
Yeah, I knew I would, but I just been one of those things like they said my family didn't want to watch it, so I had to find time on my own. And honestly, John Wick 2 wasn't nothing to do with the movie, but I tried to
Hey,
watch
Jackie, wait 2 seconds. I want to take a second because I haven't had a chance to post it, but I want to say congratulations to Jackie. She's on this season of America's Got Talent. Good
Oh,
luck to
nice.
you, sweetheart. Yes.
Jackie, let's hit it. Yes.
Yes.
Go win it.
Hey, Nicole. So yes, okay, go ahead.
And actually, really quick, while I'm thinking of comedy, I want to put this out there. If anyone's in Los Angeles, June 15th, sorry, 2 weeks, June 15th in Pasadena, there's a place called The Noise Within in Pasadena. I'm directing a comedy special for Mike Merrill, comedian Mike
Yeah.
Merrill. So
This dude is multi-talented, you guys.
so come out if you get a chance. It's June 15th. Doors open at 6 o'clock. It's at Noise Within. You can find it on my Facebook page, or you can look up Mike Merrill Comedy Special. So we're taping a new comedy special for Mike Merrill. Please, we need audience. We want good people coming out. So anyone out there who wants to come to a taping,
Yes.
come out in
Please
2
do.
weeks. All right.
This dude, he directed my special. He directed Dwayne Perkins. This dude is multi-talented. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is how he channels his political anger.
And where are any
Yes.
of those people that
Well, I'm sitting right here.
He ruined my career.
Stop. No. But yeah, please go and support. You guys support the arts. What's up, Eric? What's up, Nicole? What's up, Becca?
But yeah, I mean the John Wick thing. I will say I accidentally fell asleep twice in the second one because I was so tired. I was trying to stay up late to wait till
Watch
everybody go to bed, and I'm trying to watch it late, and I fell asleep twice. And I finally said, "Fuck it!" Just the next day, I went in the daytime. I
watch them
watched
all.
it. Yeah, it was good.
But if you're a fight fan, and this is what I love about Keanu Reeves, man. This dude is one of those entertainers that just stays around in the loop. He doesn't give you too much, and he doesn't fall off. So this John Wick thing kind of came. They really didn't think it was going to do well. The first John Wick, they just
don't
like,
get
let's
it.
just
It
throw
was
it out there,
good.
But it did so well. They made the second one, and this third one, it's become like this big thing now. What's up, Zalanda? What's up, Brett? What's up, Johnny? Let me ask
I gotta
you.
see the third one.
I had to fast forward through I can't watch the thing with the dog in the first one, but I understand now why he went and killed all these people. I'm a dog lover.
Well, yeah,
so-
I have to say that was my kid and my wife walked in right at the beat. They're like, "Oh, I said, yeah, I'm finally watching John Wick," and they sat down, and my daughter goes, "Are they gonna kill that puppy? Oh my god!" And like left. I'm like, "Oh no,
no, that's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not, and this is why I tell people, if you are a dog lover, if you are a fan of dogs, then it's hard to watch that little first part. That's why I fast forward through it. But then, if you are a dog lover, you love the fact that he's fucking these motherfuckers up for killing this dog. So to me, and I love the fact that they've built it more and more and more and more to where now, and then you'll see that it'll be a callback to when you see part 3. It'll be a callback to the dog thing.
Oh, okay.
So yes, so props to Keanu Reeves. Now,
does the dog get to kill somebody?
you should watch the third one because the third one has Halle Berry in it, and Halle Berry has dogs in it as well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hey, that's my cousin Keto.
I love that's the answer to everything. So, do dogs kill people in it? You gotta watch it because Halle Berry's in it.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Halle Berry
She's
me,
109 years old. She's
still fine as fuck.
I will say something though. Money helps.
Oh, of course.
Because I'm looking at Salma Hayek is like 50 something.
I'm like, she's still dude.
How is that possible that she's like 50 something?
When you got when you got a personal trainer, when you have a nutritionist, when you have all these people, you have a team of people. It's easy. Like I mean,
you have someone to lift your butt up for you.
Yes, but you also have. I think it's possible to do these things. But it also helps depending on where you live. Like I always tell people this.
Yeah.
If I still lived in Chicago, I easily would be 30 pounds heavier. Easily, bro.
Yeah, belly hanging out the bottom of your shirt.
Goddamn right. I would smoke Newports. I'm telling you right now. But living in California, it's forced me, and being in this business, that's the other thing. Being in this business has actually made me have to be like somewhat on my shit. Like I have to exercise a certain amount. I have to drink water more, and salad bars are every fucking corner. In Chicago, look, there are restaurants where you can get 10 whole chicken wings, fries, and a pop for $2. Who's turning that down? You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Right. So that I will say where you live in your region does the same thing, because if you notice, people in the Midwest are a little bit heavier.
No.
Yes. And the South.
People in the Midwest, he didn't mean that.
No, but they are, and they know it. I mean, they'll tell you, the people in the Midwest, that's their joke, especially when wintertime comes around. It's like, well, I'm just putting on layers because of wintertime. I totally understand that. The South is the same thing. They cook with that type of stuff. Here, we don't really have to do that.
Like, we got to put on this extra layer to ward off the racism.
No, it's not, Jackie. So don't ask that question again. It's not. I'll talk to you later. Stop. Don't ask me that question again. But yeah, like I said, to me, living in certain areas, that's what definitely helps. So when you have a personal trainer, you got a person that does all of this. Hey man, if I had that kind of money, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have a person to do it all the time, because when I'm in the gym, I'm not gonna lie, I want to work out on my own pace.
Right.
I don't need somebody telling me to do that. But if I had the money to tell someone, say, hey, here's your diet.
Right.
This is the stuff you should and shouldn't eat. That would be awesome.
Or just have someone pay someone to sit by you and slap the food out of your mouth. What? You got a movie coming out. But what kills me is the people like, I mean, that's some dedication. When you look at like the dude, like what's his name? Or even like I've seen a few people. I remember Charlize Theron did it, and who's the dude? Batman. Why am I drawing a blank?
Christian Bale.
Gain all that weight.
That's right. To play Cheney.
To play Cheney, and then like they got to gain like 80 pounds and then lose it. And it's just like that is crazy.
That's got.
And
then
in the mechanic, he was like 102 pounds. Yeah. Like it's crazy.
That's got to fuck with your body, but it had to been fun to be eating all that food. It's like trainer.
I'm training
for a roll.
Give
me that pizza. Give me your pizza.
Can you imagine though? Then you gotta get back to normal after that. And then have like horrible hair and like just look horrible for a show. You got to walk around like for 6 months looking like that. People will be like, "Damn, what happened to Ty?" I don't know.
No, it's so funny you said that. By the way, there's a picture.
No, it'd be great. It means you got a great role.
Yeah, but then you still got to explain.
He's all bald
to people,
and fat. What the hell happened to Ty? It's for a movie. Sure, it is.
You still got to explain to people though, man. Especially, Let me tell you something. There's a picture that a friend of mine posted on Facebook. Chris Brandon, shout out to Chris Brandon, posted a picture of us back in the days. We were called the Humor Group. So it was like 9 of us, 12 of us, like the super friends of comedy in the
Right.
Northwest. And so my face was thinner then because I was a little thinner then. And so I was talking to my friend Mook the other day. He said, man, I saw the picture of you and man, your face just looks so thin and so skinny. I was like, yeah, but you know what's crazy? I was actually in better shape then. Like I was in the gym more.
Right.
I drank water, actually. You know what I'm saying? I stayed away from the fried foods. I was in shape. I remember going home. This is what I mean about the Midwest. I remember going home during that time. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm doing Runyon Canyon every fucking day with fucking a weight vest on and shit. I'm doing John Wick training, right? So I go home feeling good about myself. The first thing I do when I walk in my grandma's house, she's like, "You okay?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I got a 6-pack. Grandma, what's up? So fast forward to a couple years later where I'm not looking like that, and I go back and I'm feeling bad about myself because I got a little gut. My
You look
grandma's
healthy. Is that the word she's used?
She's like, you look good.
They always say healthy. I like that. It's like, wow, you look healthy. It's like, it's funny that sometimes healthy is a euphemism for fat.
Yeah.
And it's like no, that's the exact opposite. You look healthy.
Well, that's why I said it's a regional
weird,
thing.
yeah.
It's really a regional thing. If you go to certain parts of the country, if you look a certain way, this is what. And to switch this to females back in the day, because people know this about me that they know I'm from Chicago. I have an affinity for thick women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know people who don't. Whatever. My boy Don Lewis don't like him. He like skinny model types, like that. I got a thing for thicker women, and that's because of growing up in Chicago. This is what I was used to seeing. So to me, when I see that, I'm like, oh yeah, you're nice. But here, a chick like that is considered fat. Like, why is she considered fat? It's because of where you are. Because if that same girl was in another area, that's a dime. That's a 10-piece right there. It's a 10-piece.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest though. I'm so insecure that if I was doing that, if I was getting ready for a role, I would probably announce it every time I walk into Starbucks and be like, "What's up, everybody? I'm playing Dick Cheney. That's why I got this. Yeah, it's a role. It's a movie I'm doing. I'm playing a guy that's ugly and not in shape. That's why I look like this.
So what's Paul Giamatti's excuse? I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I love Paul Giamatti.
Well, that's what people say to me. They'd be like, no, dude, that's not a role. That's called genetics.
Hilarious.
You can't change your face, bro.
So if there's anybody out there, which brings me to a question then. Anybody out there, what is your pleasure food? What do you eat when you say fuck it? When you just like fuck it today? I'm eating whatever the fuck I want to eat. That's it. That's what I'm doing. What is your food out there? Let us know. Yeah. Write in, comment what your go-to, because mine is pizza. I'm not gonna lie, I still love pizza.
My 2 favorite foods that you put it in front of me, I will eat it. Pizza and ribs. Barbecued ribs.
Oh, fucking ribs. I love ribs.
Well, here's another one that you and I both have in common. Linguine and clams.
I love linguine.
I know you do. That's what I'm saying. Those are my 3 favorite foods: linguine and clams, barbecue ribs, and pizza.
Oh, that's right. You offered to make. You said you make a pretty good linguine and clams.
Yeah, not bad.
I gotta take you up on your offer. My standards are high, bro.
Except for that's the problem. That's why I won't do it. Because then you'll be like, yeah, this is have you had Chicago linguine and clams?
Like, all right, well, thanks you guys. Thanks for making the meal, Ian. We're gonna go.
So, and people over here, we got. By the way, Jim said North Carolina skinny. Isn't it all like Hollywood skinny? Because I got a separate feed going over here.
Wait, he said what?
He said North Carolina skinny isn't like Hollywood skinny.
That's exactly true. That's what I'm saying. It is a regional thing, depending on where you are. That's why, like, whenever I would go on the road. To me, I felt eating healthy was Boston Market. Like Boston Market was my thing because it's rotisserie chicken. You can get the vegetables and stuff. But then you see what kind of salt they put in. And you're like, well, it's still better than McDonald's. And then Subway. Then you're like, okay, well, it's a lot of fucking bread with the Subway.
Right.
So it's very hard to maintain that. So let me ask you something. When you were on the road, because neither Ian and I go on the road like we used to. Like we don't get in cars and go road tripping like that anymore. But what was your on the road? What was your go-to? Where you say, okay, I got to eat. I'm trying to stay somewhat in the realm of something decent.
That's tough, but I will tell a story. When we were in, me and a couple fighters. By
the way, Jackie said an entire apple pie and Haagen-Dazs.
Right. I got a few over here. Everyone's saying pizza. Barbecue ribs here, fried chicken and mac and cheese. That's if you got good mac and cheese is the best. Lori. Yeah, and here's Mo, who's been on our show before, saying he's been doing the keto thing on the road since September, which is good because it's easy to do keto on the road.
What is keto again?
Keto is basically just it's like eating meat. It's all protein and that you don't eat carbs.
Doesn't constipate you? Hey Mo, tell us how that's working out.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I think so anyway, so we were in Oklahoma, outside Oklahoma City. It was me and a fighter named Chad George, and God, who else were we with? We were with another fighter named Ed Wedding, and we were stuck in this tiny little place outside like off a reservation in this little town outside Oklahoma City, and we're trying to get something to eat. And these fighters are cutting weight. You know, we were there for like 3-4 days, so they got to eat right. So we go up, and this happened twice in a row. I walk up to somebody and said, "Hey, is there a restaurant around here?" And the lady goes, "Well, there's a McDonald's up the street, and then across the street from that, there's a Taco Bell, and there's a Wendy's." And we said, "Well, is there like a?"
And there's a cardiologist 2 blocks up.
No, I swear to you on my life. She goes, "There's this." I go, "Is there like a sit-down restaurant, like a place we can sit down and order food?" And she goes, "Well, if you want to get pricey, there's the Golden Corral."
Jesus Christ!
And we're like, "Okay, that's cool." So we went back, and next door to our motel was a Denny's. So we went to Denny's because we could at least get like egg white omelets or whatever, right? So we ate Denny's. The next morning we were training again, and I went up to somebody and go, "Hey, do you guys know of a good a good restaurant we can go to?" On my life, the guy goes, "Well, there's a McDonald's up the street. Across the street from that, there's a Wendy's and a Taco Bell." And I said, "Any place to sit down?" He goes, "It's on my life. If you want to get pricey, there's the Golden Corral." I was like, "What is it?
Hey, Judy,
you guys all get a memo or something?"
Like Golden Corral, like you mention us. If you don't, there's going to be problems.
Yeah.
But you know what? Aside from the racism, Cracker Barrel. And I'm sorry, let me be clear in that. Not all Cracker Barrels, just the ones in the South. Which is where they're mostly at.
I just thought because you were just talking about their name, Cracker Barrel.
No, but it really is.
It's just a bunch of white people. They just make it look like
crackers in a barrel.
Crackers in a barrel.
But no, they have really good catfish. Cracker Barrel has really good catfish. I mean, once you get past the hoods, it's actually really nice.
Which is funny for a place called Cracker Barrel. You think they would just sell mayonnaise and macaroni and cheese?
Hilarious.
Like macaroni and cheese.
No, but I will say this: certain people should stay away from trying to make potato salad. Stop it. And no raisins don't go in everything. Please stop that.
I don't think raisins go in anything. Not even raisins.
Well,
you want a box of raisins? Are there raisins in that?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I hated raisins when I was a kid. Like, I mean, I don't seek them out now, but like I'll eat them. But raisins, we felt like that was a punishment. Like, why are you giving us this?
I hate raisins in anything. Raisins in cookies, raisins in bread.
Really? Like I like oatmeal raisin cookies. I will, especially.
I can handle oatmeal raisin cookies now, but I've just never been a fan of raisins. Don't put raisins in my oatmeal. Don't put raisins in.
Hilarious.
I don't like raisins.
Jackie said, but I ordered sprinkles cupcakes from Postmates on it. See, so to talk about this food delivery thing, this food delivery services. Like I'm just now getting used to the Postmates and the Uber Eats and all of this shit.
Yeah, what's the other one?
Here's the only thing I ask, all right? Please have on something that says you work for an actual company. That's all I ask.
Right.
When a motherfucker shows up to my house, I mean, because I know I ordered the food, but when you show up to my house wearing a
shirt
t-shirt
that says "I eat pussy."
So, yeah. One dude showed up with a t-shirt and some cutoff jeans. The t-shirt had Bart Simpson sniffing coke like Scarface. I'm like, God damn it.
He's eating one of your tacos.
Yeah,
hey,
here you go, bro. I left you the rest of them, but you left the bones in the fucking thing. So yeah, I'm not a big fan. I love the convenience of someone bringing you the food, but just make them wear a badge. Something, anything that says you are responsible for the food that you're bringing me. Because when people just one person showed up on a bike,
right?
Like, I mean, I love the dedication, but goddamn, I mean, you're sweating as you're handing me this fucking food. What's up, Sarge?
Like oatmeal raisin cookies with bacon grease instead of shortening. My granny's recipe.
Well, are you serious? Is that for real,
Jim? Does that not make them taste like bacon? Or are you kidding? Like, that's great.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, bacon.
That sounds like something my dad would make though. My dad made everything with bacon grease. Like my dad would cook with the bacon, and then he would make all the rest of his shit in the bacon grease.
Did you ever see? My Cousin Vinny?
Yes, but it's been a while.
The scene where they go to the restaurant, the Old Town restaurant, and they go get something to eat. and they hand him the menu, and all it says, it has 3 items. It says breakfast, lunch, dinner. That's all. That's all it says. And the guy says, Joe Pesci's character's like, yeah, I guess we'll just take breakfast. And so the next shot is you see a huge scoop of lard that's just thrown on the guy in the thing, and Joe Pesci's like, have you guys ever heard about the rising cholesterol levels? And the guy just looks at him like, I don't know what that cholesterol is. That's what it really is. And when you tell
they were
me,
eating at a Waffle House, apparently.
now, hold on, hold on.
I like Waffle House, but
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
You're like, wait.
Aside from the fights that randomly break out,
yeah,
Waffle House is on point.
You're like, excuse me, is your spatula made of cockroaches? No, it's made of rat hair. Now leave me alone.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've had a couple Waffle Houses. And this is what I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of miss this part of being on the road. Is that those kind of late night things after the show is still open? Because Waffle House's sausages and grits. Still on point, bro. I mean, yeah, you can't eat them every day. You know what I'm saying? And because look, you got to think about the skin and all of this type of shit. And
some people haven't heard that. You can't eat it every day. Yeah. Some people have.
But that just makes you feel weird. I just did a gig where I ate well for the entire week. Like I had salads every day on purpose, and I actually felt better. And then when I got back home, I don't know what it was. I just said, fuck it. Let me just go eat. And, man, I felt sluggish. So it makes a difference, especially when you get older. I mean, I just turned 27, so it's like shit tough. Is,
Yeah.
So I wonder if I can get away with that. I'm gonna see if anybody catches that. It's like 27. Stop it.
It's so funny. I always say something like, man, I just hit the 20th anniversary of my 30th birthday or whatever. And people are like, really? You're only 30? I'm like, oh, thank you. You didn't get the rest of it.
This is why certain people love the uneducated.
So speaking of Trump, we got to and by the way, Jim verifies it. Yes, his grandmother was cheap, and she used bacon grease for everything. All right,
really?
Yeah, I don't know about. Well, I'll have to try bacon grease oatmeal cookies.
Ooh,
another time.
Hey man, Jim, you got to send that specific recipe because that can easily get fucked up. It's like,
although the way people love bacon, man, I remember this lady brought chocolate covered bacon one time.
I've heard of that.
And I'm like, I couldn't bring myself. I'm sure it was fine. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
If the bacon is good, like there's a place that I used to work at the Original Pancake House, and their bacon was thick, it perfectly cooked. That I can imagine chocolate covered. Hot dog with bacon wrapped around at 2 a.m. Yeah. You know what? Brett says a hot dog with bacon wrapped around it at 2 a.m. after drinking is bliss. I totally understand that, Brett, and I used to be down with that until, you know who messed this up for me? Godfrey. Godfrey. Yeah. Godfrey messed this up for me, eating those hot dogs outside the club late at night when he called it street meat. Every time I see one of them people selling them hot dogs, I think of Godfrey saying street meat, and it automatically makes me not want it.
There's a place, there's Okie Dog right next. It's on La Brea, right next to. There's the Comedy Union.
Yep.
Which is next door to, like, on one side is Roscoe's and on the other side is Okie Dog. So I was there one time. I was doing this years ago, like over a decade ago. I was doing a show at Comedy Union. Twice this happened to me. Somebody tried to sell me some shit on the street outside of Okie Dog. They remind me of that because Okie Dog makes one where it's bacon wrapped around a hot dog in a tortilla with some other shit and chili and some shit. It's gnarly. And I think an egg's in there. I don't even know. But I'm standing out there and this guy walks up to me. It's like, it could have been out of like, I'm going to get you sucker or something. This guy walks up to me and he goes, like just total smooth. He goes, hey, my man, what's up? I'm like, how you doing? He goes, man, that's smooth.
He said, wait.
Talking about my head. He goes, that is smooth. He goes, man. He goes, you have to do that every day? And I go, I don't know. Yeah, every day, every other day. He goes, damn. He goes, you got it pretty good. He goes, he goes, how long you been doing that? I go, a long time. And he goes, well, you use like a Bic or something? Just like a razor? And I go, yeah, just like a razor. He goes, man, how about, you ever use like the Mach 3s? You ever use one of those? I go, yeah, I think I've used one of those. He goes, that's the shit right there, huh? I go, yeah. He goes, look, I got a box of those motherfuckers right here. And he had a box of Mach 3s.
You gotta respect the hustle, bro.
And then the next time I was there, this guy walked up to me, and it's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Straight out of a fucking movie. I was like looking for cameras. Guy had a trench coat, and he opened his trench coat. Like, the watches, not watches, paintbrushes. He goes, hey, bro, you want to buy some paintbrushes? And he goes, look at this one. 4 inches. This is made of horsehair.
fuck
This is made of
outta
horse.
here.
This is the best brush. I'm like, why the fuck would you think I want a paintbrush?
What's that? God damn it! It was now I'm gonna get you sucker. It was the Hudlin brothers. They played that. It was maybe it was a house party, and the guy came up tried to sell somebody a watch. God damn it! It was one of the Hudlin brothers opens up his thing. He has this whole thing of watch. Paintbrushes, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting that. I did not expect paintbrushes.
No one. Everyone was like, was that guy just selling paintbrushes on the street?
Because part of you was like, they must be really good paintbrushes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
like whatever fell off the truck that day. He's like, all right.
My name is Lenny. Was that from? Was that that was?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is from.
Clarify, Phil.
Tell us, Phil, what was that? What a movie? Why does it sound like a name of a movie? Okay.
So, what's up, Brett? Over on here, we got 2 feeds going, so this is cool. From Skeptic Brett and Lori talking about the chocolate covered bacon. Well, you can buy it at Bristol Farms. That's pretty cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's not.
It's a thing now, right?
If you think Gelson's is expensive, the people that go to Gelson say Bristol Farms is expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
So they up there. I mean,
and they're all like, I ain't going to Whole Foods like a homeless person. Come on.
Right? Oh my god. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I just wanted to point out because we were doing this talking about this stuff earlier. I like to talk about the slow Trumplandia Newsweek. This is the shit that's come out. So first off, I guess we all heard Mueller came out and testified and then retired, left the DOJ, but he came out and said that if they could have exonerated him, if they could have said there was no crime,
right,
he would have, but he couldn't.
He didn't.
And the only reason he didn't, not even implying, basically stating the only reason that he didn't indict Trump is because there's a rule that you can't indict a sitting president. So he was saying, hey, Congress,
this is on you.
This is on you. You got to impeach him. You got to do your job. He specifically said, if we could have, we would have. We couldn't. That's basically saying, I'm not saying I can't say he's guilty, but I certainly am saying he's not guilty.
Exactly.
Right? That's what he's saying. So that was one thing that happened.
I'm trying to find the exact
quote,
exact wording. Yeah,
it's on my page if you want to.
Here it is. So what he said was, his thing is, he said, if we had confidence that President Trump clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. And so here's the thing. This is what you have to do. You have to start doing now with people in modern society. You have to start giving them these examples. So in real life, because a lot of people.
Oh yeah, Lenny from Good Times. Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Lenny from Good. Thank you, Phil. Exactly. I totally forgot about that cat. That's exactly. I forgot. They did a story about the dude that played that actor, the actor that played that character not too long ago. I saw his name in there. Thank you for that. That's right, Lenny. But when it comes to putting these types of things in perspective for people politically, because sometimes you put them in real life situations. So just so you know, that comment, him saying, if we clearly thought that he did not commit a crime, we would have said so. So what I wrote, just so you guys can understand how direct that comment is, and how, because some people are like, well, see, then obviously it wasn't a problem.
Right.
This is like your restaurant. The guy that investigates the restaurant that you go to all the time and says, if we had confidence that the cook clearly did not spit in your food and rub your steak between his armpits, we would have said so. Enjoy your meal. Right. Do you see what I'm saying? So when the fact that people are not understanding, this guy could have easily just come out and said, hey, you know what? This guy did nothing wrong. There's nothing to see. He literally could have said nothing to see here.
Right.
But he did not.
Right.
He said the opposite.
Right.
He says, okay, Congress, now let me ask you something, Ian, because this is what I keep hearing. Hey, Kate, how are you? Hey, Dee Dee. Because the growing narrative now is that it would be a bad move for Democrats to impeach this dude who has clearly committed impeachable offenses. Now, I just want to put that in perspective for you. When you are in a country that is so divided that Democrats doing their job, validly doing their job, impeaching someone who has violated certain things, and the person is saying if they did that, then it would cost them voters. Do you understand how fucked up that is?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Here's the thing. I think I kind of disagree, But I see where they're coming from.
But you disagree with what part?
With the fact that it would cost them voters. But here's the thing. I think that what they're saying, and people keep, all the people on the left that keep getting so crazy about Nancy Pelosi. And look, Nancy Pelosi is smart as shit. She knows what she's doing. I don't know. I'm assuming she knows what she's doing from her past
I hope so.
experience. Here's what I think they're doing. We got a year and a half before the election. And we rush into an impeachment. Okay? We don't have all the facts, everything laid in. There's one little tiny, you know that, first off, we know they're not going to convict him, period.
Yeah.
So if they go and in 6 months, nothing happens, they don't convict him, Trump is going to go, I was exonerated of all charges by Congress, which we know is bullshit because we could have video of him, raping somebody while shooting somebody else, and the Republicans would go, oh, come on, that's fake news. Yeah. So then the Republicans, we might get one senator go, I have to go against him. All the others wouldn't. There's nothing we could do. There's nothing you could do right now to get Senate to vote to remove him from office. Period. There's nothing. This is
what happens when everybody's on the take.
So the fact is they know that. So they know that no matter what happens, but his base doesn't know that because Fox News won't report it. Like the lady who said yesterday I saw on the news, the lady at one of those town halls said, I had no idea that the Mueller report said what it did because I only watch conservative news.
And that's what's scary.
And
Think about what he just said.
She goes, I wish I knew that, but she goes, I didn't even know that was the fact.
Think about how scary what he just said is. She said, I literally did not know what's going on in the world with the quote-unquote president because I only watch this.
And she wanted to know the truth. So the thing is that I think that if that were the case, Fox News, Trump, all these people would come and go, he's been exonerated, he didn't do anything wrong. And that could boost his approval ratings. The other thing is, even if it doesn't, he's going to play the victim card, so his base will get stronger amongst themselves because they'll be like, it's the deep state. So that is a for sure. The downside, you have to impeach him because if we don't, we're setting a precedent saying that you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
That's what I'm saying. What else are you going to let him get away with?
You have to impeach him. But I think what Nancy Pelosi is hopefully trying to do is, get some Republicans to go, look, if you deny all this fucking evidence, you're going to lose election because even Republicans are starting to go, this is fucked up. So she's trying to get them to some Republicans on board, right. A. B, she's trying to have the evidence so fucking ironclad that when they do go to trial, even if they don't convict him, everyone in America sees the trial and goes, what the fuck? And then goes, how are you not convicting this motherfucker?
But here's the problem.
But real quick, and also, I think she wants to push it later so that he's in the middle of the fucking impeachment trial when the elections are coming. A, it keeps him busy. And B, if we don't have an exact result before the election, then he can't say I've been exonerated.
That's true. But here's my problem. With everything that is already set in place, all the stuff that even a few Republicans are saying, these are impeachable offenses and all that stuff, you still have a group of people who are making excuses for everything that this dude is doing. That, to me, is more of the issue. This cult status that this dude has. The fact that people, as opposed to saying it is wrong what's happening, they'll be like, well, they'll try to find a whataboutism. They'll try to say, well, they try to find some way to condone it. I'm like, that is more of the scary thing to me. Understand something. I have to say this every week for some reason. Unless this dude and this administration is personally putting racks in your pocket, I'm talking about racks, like thousands of dollars in your pocket, you are losing. He is not helping you with Medicare. He's taking it. He's not helping you with the tax breaks. That went to the rich people. He is not, these tariffs are not helping. Ask the farmers. And you're going to start paying with all of this stuff because China ain't losing shit.
Actually, Ty, that's not true. There was a new report come out. I have to give Trump a little props right now, folks. I know it's
what
I'm going to. They did the tax cuts. It's been a year, and they have. It's been a few months. I don't know, 6 months. They've determined now that actually the corporations getting these huge tax cuts, the trickle down effect. They say that when that happens, that they'll give back to their employees. They actually did the numbers, and it is true. This year, employees did get a extra bonus.
Oh, so they did get thousands of dollars.
No, they actually got bonuses
hundreds of dollars.
They got 1 cent. Yeah, the average bonus went up 1 cent this year. 1 cent. The average bonus went up.
Not even tens of dollars?
No, 1 cent.
Not
1
even
cent.
Not even fives of dollars?
And I'm sure Trump's like, hey, at 1 cent for somebody as poor as you, horrible people.
Not even dollars of dollars?
1 cent. So the good news is, in 300 years, you guys could buy a cup of coffee. So,
Not from Starbucks.
Congratulations. But then you also got to offset that with the extra taxes you paid this year.
Yeah, but see, but that's my entire point.
1 cent.
If you are not benefiting, because again, I got to be honest with you, bro, and I said this at the very beginning. If this dude was doing something to personally benefit me, I'm not gonna lie. Part of me would be like, man, because this is why I'm saying, if you're rich, I get why you support this dude. If you're racist, I get why you support this dude. If you are not that person, if you are not getting rich off of him, if he is not putting anything in your pocket, I just don't get it. I don't understand it because it's not benefiting you personally.
Right.
It's like, to me, if you say, well, if I walk into a store and the owner of the store is only helping me out, but he's an asshole to everybody else, yeah, there's a little part of me that's going to be like, well, he ain't really fucking with me. I'm cool. But if he's an asshole to me and everybody, I'm like, yeah, that dude's probably an asshole. But we're not getting that from his base. And then I get it why they call it his base. But this is what I'm saying. Understand this, you patriots. Understand this, you people out there.
Yeah, they're all sitting around going, he'll help me out eventually.
And this is what I'm not understanding. If you are not, tell me, I just want, and if you're any Trump supporters out there, if you're watching, please write and give us comments about how this administration has personally helped you. I don't want to hear about immigration. I don't want to hear about, well, you kept these people out. Because let me tell you something. When these people are making these computers that sweep floors and stock shelves, they're already doing it. Those ain't Mexican machines. Those are machines that they make. So to let us know how this is personally helping you out. Because if it is, I want to know, because I don't see the benefit in any of this.
So, but the you know, and if I guess also if you're you said if you're rich, that would help.
Yeah, if you're rich, if you get
you're
paid,
racist, that would help.
Yes.
And if you're a rich racist, well, welcome, Senator.
Win-win, win-a-win.
Welcome, Senator. But I mean, even then, I'm like, no, man. I just if I was in a store and they were treating everybody else like shit, but they were treating me good because I was famous or something, I personally would be like, you know what? Fuck you. You need to treat people better than this.
No, I get that part, and you're absolutely right. That's how. But I'm saying
you can at least understand why somebody who didn't have empathy,
exactly. I would be like, because then it's almost,
but you don't have anything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And this is because I say this sometimes, and we talk about this in the business of comedy when we talk about club bookers and stuff like that. You ever have somebody say, "Oh man, you hear about such and such? He's an asshole," and then you think to yourself, "Well, he ain't really done shit to me," but I'm not discounting what happened to you. I'm just saying, unless it ain't really happened to me, so I can't speak on that. That's what I feel like when it comes to this. Like I've heard about club bookers that have been assholes, and I know that I've heard numerous stories. So the only thing I can say is, oh well, you know what? They hadn't done it to me, but if they treated you like that, that's wrong. Right. But I can't say that because it hasn't personally happened to me. So when I see these types of situations in society, in the country that we're in now, I'm like, bro, these dudes are doing shit only to benefit them.
Right. Well, Marianne's just posted over here. She goes, my Kansas cousins support this asshole in the White House. She goes, they're not rich or racist, salt of the earth, but they think he's making America safe again. But my question would be, safe from what? We haven't been attacked. We haven't been attacked by, unless you count, 9/11 you can count. That was 18 years ago. We haven't been attacked since Pearl fucking Harbor by a foreign government.
By the way, we just sold that same country.
Yeah, we just sold another $8 trillion
to that same country that attacked us. But
$8 billion. I guess $8 billion worth of.
But
yeah, I'm wondering, safe from what? That's what I want to know. What are we being attacked by? Probably Mexicans.
School shootings.
Mexicans. Yes.
What specifically are we safer from? Because again, man, I'm gonna tell you guys a story.
Kansas is also where McConnell. Who, by the way, just completely talk about hypocrisy. Did you see McConnell? McConnell said, they said, well, what happened? And he laughed about it. They said, what happens if in 2019, we had a death on the Supreme Court? First off, he didn't come out and go, well, that would be sad if one of our Supreme Court justices died. He laughed and went, ha, 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 we'd fill it. Wait a second. I thought you couldn't fill it during an election year.
Yeah.
That was your rule. You said we can't fill it during election year.
Well, you know about
this year, he said, it'd be great if someone died, one of them libtards died, and then we'd fill it.
Yeah.
He said it out loud.
Well, but again, but this is why I say, and not to get too deep into it, it's just you have to. This is just my little thing to the American public, And this is part of the reason why we do this podcast. Yes, we're comedians. Yes, we talk shit about a bunch of other stuff. But we also are people that give a fuck about what's going on in this country. If you honestly are still sitting here thinking that these people in office give a fuck about you,
Right.
please rethink that. Look at his state. Look at Kentucky. Look at Kentucky.
Oh yeah, Kentucky, not Kansas. Never mind. Yes.
You know, look at Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. I won't even I won't even go into detail.
Yeah.
Just look at Kentucky. So, but I because we're not gonna harp on that because you guys know where we are with things. I just want you guys to be aware.
But you should put safe from shootings, foreign enemies, liberals, non-Christians, etc. Yeah, but they're clearly not safe from shootings. Our shootings keep going up, and they're not doing anything about it. That's fucking nuts.
We lead the country. We lead the world in thoughts and prayers.
Yes. So really quick, I gotta point out a couple things because they were fucking nuts. So did you see the Trump took he actually had anything to do with it, but they took a page out of some Navy people. He's coming to visit Japan.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they took a page out of Kim Jong-il, and they put Trump's a patch with the dear leader's picture on it. Did you see that?
I did, but wait a minute. That wasn't official military. Was it an official military uniform?
No, they put it on their uniform. Like 1,000 people put it on their own uniforms.
But I mean, are they official military people?
Yes. Yes.
Like the Army, Navy.
It's the Navy, yeah. People in the Navy. They put it on.
They can't do that shit.
It says "Make Air Crew Great Again." Right. And
they can't do that.
They came out that like 3 separate high up military people came out and said that is an official violation of uniform, right? Policy. But they said they're not going to say anything because they don't want to upset Trump. Because Trump might take it negatively if they say they're
That's
not
some dictatorship, bro. You can, if
when
you're on the right level.
You're putting the picture of the dear leader on your military outfit, like your military uniform.
That's some dictatorship, bro.
And we're not saying anything because we don't want to hurt his feelings.
That's actually the scariest part of it, is that you as a military official don't want to follow military regulations because you're scared it might offend the... Hey,
but you see but they also the same thing. So this is another one that now if you're out there, if you're a Trumpster, you have to give me something on this one. Please show me that you have a shred of decency, a shred of understanding about how the fucking country works, and that you are just not a fucking mindless bot at this fucking point. The White House requested that they move a Navy battleship because it's in Japan and he's coming to Japan. And the battleship is named the USS John McCain.
You mean the war hero, John McCain?
Yeah, and the name John McCain...
You mean the dude that served in the military?
So upsets Trump that first off, they put a banner over it to block it. Then they said you can't do that. Then they tried to put a barge in front of it to block the view. They actually asked if it could be moved, but it's not working right now, so they couldn't move it. They asked to move a fucking Navy ship just because it has John McCain's name on it, and Trump gets butthurt by fucking John. And the people that had the USS John McCain on their hat, they gave those people, a certain group of people, they gave them leave for the day so that Trump wouldn't have to see them with John McCain on there. Like, what is this? Like, how do you justify that?
I just want to be clear when I say this to you guys. Once this dude is gone, you all have to live with what you did. You all have to live with it.
Unfortunately, we all have to live with it too.
No. I'm talking about this type of stuff. You have to live with your cult status ideology of this dude. I just want to be, and I'm saying this as a former military person. Okay, that's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm not even a John. I wasn't even a John McCain fan like that. But
I never liked John McCain. But
here's what I had to respect about the dude. He didn't give a fuck about calling out the shit that he saw from this dude. He didn't care about going against the party. He served in the military, unlike this dude who has somebody make up some bullshit so he wouldn't have to serve. Everybody out there right now, if you're listening, you're watching and all that, if you served in the military and you're condoning the bullshit that this draft-dodging bitch did, you're culpable too.
Yeah.
This is not how you treat people that serve the country by honoring a motherfucker that refused to serve for the country. That's what it comes down to. Left, right, whatever you want to call it. This dude, you're allowing this dude to try to bully somebody who ain't even here anymore because he don't want to see the person and he couldn't even fucking suit up to fight for this country. Fuck you. Fuck your ideology. Fuck your undying devotion to this bitch. Fuck all of you.
Yeah,
period.
and that's
Anyway, what else is going on?
How is that? But it's like that's what nationalism versus patriotism. Patriotism is whether you're for patriotism or I don't know who's against it, but the difference in nationalism and patriotism is patriotism is about the country's laws, what the country stands for. Nationalism is holding up the name of the country and the idols of the country, above all else. There's a huge fucking difference. The fact that he actually came out and said that he was a nationalist. But yeah, and Marianne was saying she's a vet too. She's offended by the dissing of McCain. Absolutely. I mean, the fact
that's crazy.
And the fact that there's active military people going along with this is fucking scary to me.
Because
they're putting a patch on. Could you imagine? Like, I mean, imagine if somebody
imagine if Obama did him.
Well, yeah, 'cause they love the whataboutism. Imagine if Obama had said, "Put a patch of me on all your things. Make sure you remove
take all that stuff from Bush off of there.
Yeah, and make sure you move that ship somewhere out of here because I don't like the name of the person of the war hero whose name is on there."
And this
Are
is
you
somebody.
kidding me?
I just want to be very clear.
Mitch McConnell would lynch him personally.
You guys, you guys are capitulating to a dude that did not serve, while he's shitting on a dude who did serve.
Not only did not serve, okay, I did not serve, but I didn't also dodge the draft and pretend I had bone spurs while playing fucking baseball in college. He didn't just not serve. He fucking actively dodged the draft.
Yeah,
like, he dodged the fucking service.
So just like I said, just to wrap
idiot.
this part up about him because I just can't keep going with him right now just because one person is one thing, but when I start seeing the trend of other people letting this shit go and then pretending like you still care about the country, that's weird to me. Like I see people posting about it's country first and all of that, but then they'll make an excuse for why this dude is doing the shit that he's doing. I'm like, then that's not country first.
Well, also, yeah, I love how the America First people are the same ones that are pro North Korea and Russia. Like, we're doing this for Russia. America first.
They're also the people that fight for the Confederate flag. So
the Confederate flag. They love Confederate flag and Russia, and their slogan is America first.
They love losers.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch this up a little bit because we only got a little bit of time left. We're gonna go into some entertainment news. Just random stuff here. We're gonna see what we can pull up on the thing. Oh my God. Maybe we won't do that. Yeah, I don't really see a whole lot.
I thought you had something planned. You're like, no.
I thought I was gonna find stories on here that I really wanted to talk about. But no.
There's your buddy R. Kelly.
Yeah, but and I don't. Oh, the Harvey Weinstein thing. That's what we didn't talk about. He settled out of court.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
$44 million. Now I don't know. Anybody out there? Let us know. What's up, Jameson? What's up, Kevon? Let us know how the Weinstein thing is playing out. I did see a settlement. Let me see. I can pull this up real quick. But $44 million is what he settled out of court for. Now I don't know if that's going to keep him out of jail,
right?
Because that may just be the civil part. But I didn't see that as an option for Cosby. Cosby's in prison. Is this like?
Well, but I think maybe I'm wrong. I don't know that much about the Weinstein thing. But didn't Weinstein I'm not trying to justify it, but wasn't his thing that he basically harassed and kind of bribed people? I don't think he drugged him and raped him. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
No. Let's see.
Because one is a criminal, one is a civil suit, and maybe he's still, he's still facing criminal charges. I don't know. But I mean, saying, "Hey, come over to the casting couch and I'll give you a part in Tarantino's new film" is different than "gonna put it in your drink and fuck you when you're sleeping." Like that's a big difference. I mean,
if you guys don't know, Ian does impressions. So
apparently not a very good Cosby one.
It was Cosby. Okay, so hold on. Let's see. Lawyers.
There's something special in your Jello shot.
Hilarious. Lawyers said the settlement to resolve civil lawsuits and compensate alleged victims was worth $44 million. So this was the civil suit. So there may still be criminal charges filed against him in some cases. But let me ask you something. Now that since we're talking about this, and ladies, let us know.
James, he's black. Yep, I figured that.
Yeah. Ladies, let us know what you think about this, because I got into an argument with a friend of mine about this, and this is all I said. I said, and I am not blaming anyone. I want to be clear. I'm gonna say it again. I am not blaming anyone.
But the blame's on these motherfuckers.
Hilarious. but I did have a question, and I got into a discussion with a friend of mine a few months ago when this whole thing was kind of going out, and I said, I feel bad for the up and coming actress that has to do this, go to the casting couch and do all of this stuff, and fondle some balls to get a role. I feel bad for that person because I put them in the same category as a waitress that has to have that job in order to feed her family. But once you become a star, like a Julia Roberts, a Gwyneth Paltrow, you know what I'm saying? Once you become that person and you're still going and working with this person, isn't it at some point some of the responsibility on you? Because you're a star now. You don't have to go to the casting couch. Why are you still going?
Right.
Just stop, because you don't need that. You already got the cachet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my friend got mad at me because she thought that I was blaming all women. I said, no. I'm saying Gwyneth Paltrow coming up, she did what she had to do. But once you're Gwyneth Paltrow, why are you still going? Am I wrong in that? I'm not. Am I?
I don't know, because I don't know, unless that was, we're going to end your career if you don't keep doing it. I don't know. I mean, I think that would have to be, I can't imagine that one person could end somebody's career like that. I'm sure that there's many independent producers out there that would be totally happy with booking Gwyneth Paltrow.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't have to keep doing it.
He said, no, you don't come on my casting couch. You don't get to work for Weinstein Films. I'm sure she could just go to Universal or somewhere else and be like, hey, I'm available.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened here.
I think we lost. I'm not sure if we lost. It says we're trying to reconnect, but I can't tell if we've lost or not, because we're still seem to be over here. But it is spinning, so I don't know. Want to stop and try to redo?
You can. I think we should do that. Did you say we?
We got 8 minutes on the recording.
Let's just keep going if it comes back on.
Yeah.
Just made a post that will be. Sorry, we lost connection, everybody. But this will be the bonus track. Sorry. But so, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm very curious to find out what exactly. What exactly happened?
This is what Brett just said, which is even more fucked up. He said $44 million is paid by the insurance company.
Yeah.
Harvey doesn't pay a dime.
Yeah.
And you're worried about immigrants. Hey, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You worried about motherfuckers sneaking over the border? It's motherfuckers taking advantage of women, and they ain't got to pay shit. Stop it. You better refocus your anger. You better refocus it, because the people that's doing it to you, they like, good. Just focus on them people over there that ain't got shit to do with what I'm doing over here. It's fine. I'm tired of telling people this shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing though is that, I don't know. I feel like there's weird degrees of shit that is just, again, not condonable, definitely condemnable. But there seems like there's degrees of shit that happens in every industry, and more so in the entertainment industry. But I think in every industry there are tons of things. Sorry, I'm going to end this. That degrees. I mean, there's degrees of, I'm going to help you out because you're related to me. I'm going to help you out because you're my friend. I'm going to help you out because we're dating. I'm going to help you out because maybe we could date. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that there's a lot of that kind of shit that goes on all the fucking time.
Right.
And it's super hard to determine. I mean, obviously what he did is criminal. I mean, he did some pretty fucked up stuff, and he's not the only one. There's tons of it out there. But that kind of, there's so many varying degrees of that, of nepotism and people returning favors and all that kind of shit. There's tons of that shit that goes on all the fucking time. I mean, that's what this entire industry is about. It's like, I think it's human nature. I don't even know if we can stop that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, And do we want to on some level? Like, I'm talking about sexual harassment, but it's like people help out people that they're connected to, that they're friends with,
Yeah,
that
I
they're
get that.
hooking up with, that they're, it's like, that's
get
how
that.
it fucking works. Like,
But that's what I'm saying is like the priority and the anger that these people have towards certain things while totally letting the other shit go is like, I just don't get that. I'm like, okay,
Right.
if you're angered about something, you should be angered about all of this shit. You can't
Right.
just be like, no, well, he's a movie producer, but this person. Because if what Cosby did, if he did it, all that stuff is wrong. What this dude did, if he did it, is wrong. You can't be like, oh, well, this guy is this and this
for
guy is
sure.
that. Because then, to me, it just sets, you have no precedent now.
Right.
You have no bar. Everything is just kind of like everything's up in the air. So then that's why I have a hard time getting that mad. That's why when I got into this argument with my friend, I was like, you do understand what I'm saying, that it is wrong to take advantage of women, period.
Right.
But you also have to understand that if you are a star, and so let's say Ian Harris is up and coming.
So you're saying all I have to do is sleep with Gwyneth Paltrow and I get a movie role?
Done. Do you think you wouldn't? I'll sleep with Whoopi Goldberg, bro. I don't give a fuck. But let's say you coming up, you're trying to make it in this business,
right?
And then let's say Kathy Bates is like, "Yo, Ian, I need you to do the thing,
right.
and then I give you this part." And every time you want to roll in a Kathy Bates production, you got to do that same thing, right? But then shit pops off for you, right? And then you're upset, you feel kind of used and all that stuff, blah blah blah. But then stuff pops off for you. You're a star. You're a star. Ian Harris is headlining movies, bro. Then she calls you again. Hey, need you to come here and do this.
Right.
And then you still go. At that point, now it's on you.
That's what I do. That's when I call her. I go, you want to roll. You got to do.
You got to come fondle these balls. I ain't doing your phalange. I don't know what that is.
Phalange.
So that's all I'm saying is that, like, once you get to a certain status, come on, man. You know what the game is. You know what it is. They used to say this thing about, it's like they gave an example of Tyler Perry. They said if Tyler Perry calls you up and says, hey, if you want to read for this role, you got to come to my hotel room at 2 o'clock in the morning and wear a Speedo. You know what the deal is, bro. But if you go, you know what the deal is. He's not calling you to a casting office. It's not 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So if you decide to go, that is on you. I'm not saying you're right or wrong for going. I'm just saying you can't.
Yeah, and he's fucked up abusing his power, but
you can't get mad if you decide to let him abuse his power. You can't get mad at that because
and also what is the difference? I mean, I know the difference. I'm not saying I don't know the difference, but I'm saying he could easily say, he could word it so that, hey, you know what? I really liked your audition. I'm really considering you for this part. Hey, you know what? I also was thinking, what are you doing tonight? Why don't you come over to my hotel room in a Speedo? Now, if that happens and then you get the part, he could say, those are two separate issues. People date their coworkers all the time. People date the other actor, the other actress all the time.
Yep.
So, and if you say no and you don't get the part, is that the reason? Or can he say, well, I like somebody else better?
See?
And I don't know. I mean, that's the thing is, it's really hard to prove that sort of stuff, and that shit happens all the fucking time in every fucking industry, and it goes a lot in multiple ways. I mean, I've seen it happen a lot from men on men, women on women, men on women, women on men. I've seen it happen. Obviously, I think men have more power and they abuse it more because men also that's where they abuse their power is for sexual favors. Absolutely. That happens more. But I've seen that kind of abuse of power in all sorts of ways where it's like, well, you want to do this, you got to do this. The old scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of a thing, or in this case, balls.
That's right.
Scratch my balls and I'll
fondle the balls.
And I'll scratch your back. I don't know how that
just
works.
A special shout out to Kathy Bates or Gwyneth Paltrow or any other lady I named there. I'm available. If you need your phalange. I don't know why I keep saying that word. All right, I think we got to get ready to wrap this up. Oh, So go ahead, Ian. Tell them how to about the show.
Yeah, and by the way, please, I know people that are watching us on Facebook. Those people who are downloading, please subscribe, like, and all that sort of stuff on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, all those places where you get it. Download it, put it in your car, tell your friends about it. When you like and you rate us, it helps us out a lot in getting more downloads. And even if you watch it on Facebook, guys, download it. You don't have to listen to it again. Download it for us, right? You watch it on Facebook. It helps us out. And if you want to really help us out, we have a little Patreon, patreon.com/critical and thinking. It's just $2 a month.
Of an angel.
And you can help two
grown ass man.
homeless in need of help.
You don't have to fondle no balls.
The price of a cup of coffee a month.
month.
And it does help us pay the bills and do that. And we are working on more and more content, extra content, things you can get that other people can't get.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You can find me at Ian Harris Comedian or skepticcomedian.com and on all those social medias. And
Yes.
Ty, where can they find you?
ComedianTyBarnett.com, which has links to everything else. The album, which is Grown Man Baby Steps, the web series, This Is the Bullshit I'm Talking About, the Facebook, which is Comedian Ty Barnett, the Instagram, which is Tyrant Barnett 23, and the Twitter, which is T Barnett 23. So anyway, Comedian Ty Barnett has links to all of this stuff. And like the podcast, you guys, it has links to the podcast as well on there. So check us out. And like I said, thank you for tuning in. This was a really good show.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you
was
for
fun.
everybody that tuned in on Facebook, especially as well. And the people that's tuning in out there who are downloading this. Thank you for your continued support of the show. We really appreciate it. Thank you for giving us the feedback and letting us know that what we're doing you appreciate, because this is why we do it. And keep thinking and keep being critical.
Yep.
Critical and Thinking Podcast. Ty Barnett.
Ian Harris. See you next time.
Peace.